Along the crest of the Santa Monica Mountains, from the Hollywood Freeway on the east to the 405 freeway on the west, a section of world-famous Mulholland Drive offers a half a dozen scenic overlooks to Los Angeles and the San Fernando Valley. These magnificent overlooks are managed by the Mountains Recreation and Conservation Authority. Parking is free, making each overlook easily accessible to everyone.
So this is your overlook.
My overlook?
This is the one named after you.
What is it called? The Jerome C. Daniel Hop Overlook above the Hollywood Bowl. It's a long name.
Yeah, but
it's an honor.
You bet.
Our guides today are Jerry Daniel, longtime member of the Santa Monica Mountains Conservancy Board, and advisory committee member Alan Kishbaugh.
Here's a plaque that talks about the Hollywood Bowl.
Yeah.
And it's, did you say 18,000 people?
18,000, that's what it says.
That's what it says.
And in the early years, there was a pond in front of the stage. There was a reflective pond.
Now, was that where the orchestra sits now?
No, that's where the expensive seats are.
It's a great view of the city, the Hollywood Freeway, and beyond. And it's quite a view from here. This is the Universal City Overlook, and this overlook was built by the Conservancy and the Mountains Recreation and Conservation Authority in 1984 in conjunction with the 1984 Olympics that we held here in Los Angeles. And it has marvelous views of the valley, as you can see. You can see the NBC Universal Tower and the Sheraton Universal and Universal City. It's just a magnificent view.
The major topographical feature is Mount Cahuenga over here.
Oh, yes.
Which is where you have the Hollywood sign around the corner on Mount Lee. So there's that, you get that great view from this perspective.
Terrific. Betty B. Deering was a dear, dear friend of Nancy Pohl. And what we've done here is created the Betty B. Deering Trail, which goes all the way from this overlook, and it travels all the way through the area below the overlook and all the way up to the Coldwater Canyon Park, which is Tree People. I've got to say that ever since we put in these overlooks, there's been nary a complaint. And I'm glad to say that we haven't had the comebacks that were expected.
That's absolutely right. The only other aspect of that which helps make that so is that it is regularly controlled by the MRC ranger. And so with a minimal amount of maintenance and surveillance, we have kept them relatively free from trouble, and the neighbors don't complain.
Very pleased about it.
They're pleased.
Yes.
As well they should be.
Yes.
Barbara was a major force in preserving much of the Santa Monica Mountains.
Barbara was a tireless worker who never let go. She was very dogged in her determination to do the right thing, even if there was opposition to what she was saying.
Well, it's good to be here. I never come here that I don't think of Barbara, you know. So this is one of the great long views from here. On a clear day, you get to see Mount Baldy and
Universal.
Yeah, well, but way beyond that, you see Mount Baldy and all of the San Gabriel peaks, most of them anyway.
Right, and Barbara would have been very delighted.
It's a beautiful view, long view here. Not too many long views that are unobstructed anymore.
That's true. This is the Charles and Lottie Melhorn Scenic Overlook. Charlie and Lottie Melhorn were tremendous supporters of the Santa Monica Mountains, and especially of Mulholland.
Nice to see that these overlooks are named after the people who helped bring them about, you know, who were early stalwarts in the Santa Monica Mountains and working for open space and animal habitat. There's quite a woodland here of black walnut, but that's a California native, black walnut.
Beautiful plant, beautiful tree.
Only on the north side of the Santa Monicas.
We're at the Stone Canyon Reservoir, which is one of 9 overlooks that have been built along Mulholland Drive. The DWP has the reservoir. It's their reservoir, both the upper and lower. And they're not open to the public, but the public can view them from here. It's the first overlook east of the 405 freeway.
And a wonderful natural chaparral
Yes.
down here. This has been untouched. This is the way it always has been
Right.
back in here.
It always should be.
Yeah.
Thanks to Alan and Jerry for their guided tour of these extraordinary scenic outlooks. And remember, next time you're on or near Mulholland Drive between the Hollywood and 405 freeways, stop and take a few minutes to enjoy these remarkable settings that were created for all of us to enjoy.